Just tough putting Common on that list because he broke my homegirl heart.
Who?
Tiffany. Tiffany Haddish is my best friend.
Yeah, but I mean, Common had a lot of girlfriends. I'm sure a lot of people think he broke their heart. I know you don't know them like you know Tiffany.
I know a couple of them, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, he broke her heart, man.
I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. I was like, oh, okay. Because that's not what you told me, but okay.
Child, y'all need to get up in this mess because Common done overplayed his hand when it comes to Tiffany. Baby, he chased her, got her, dumped her, and quickly moved on to the next like she was nothing. And she is still so down bad over the way Common treated her. Tiffany is completely done with him going on talk shows, saying he's a changed man, hanging around Jennifer Hudson, acting like he's God's gift to women, and she just has horrible things to say about him.
Girl, he never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave those to Jennifer.
Ever since they confirmed their relationship last year, Jennifer Hudson and Common have been giving us nothing but realness. Well, at least as far as eyes can see. He showed up to her talk show with a bouquet of flowers, and they've been seen out and about together looking all loved up and whatnot. The serial dater even said that if he was ever going to get married and leave the streets, then J. Hud would be just the person that he would be willing to spend the rest of his life with. In his own words, she gotta have an EGOT, which is exactly what Jennifer Hudson has. An Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Heard you've been even out there talking about marriage, Karen. What's that about? I mean, I just happened to notice that.
I was asked about marriage.
Yes.
And I just answered honestly. I said, you know what? You told me a quote that your mother said, a man knows what he wants. And I was saying my true feelings about, listen, Jennifer is the person, if I should be married, it will be to Jennifer Kate Hudson. I was just being honest.
He's been showering her with gifts and attention and the things that he's been saying about her. Baby, that man is in love. But for Tiffany, this is the same way he treated her. And the games Common is playing with Jennifer Hudson ain't gonna end well.
He might be the type of person that never really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower.
Tiffany is still very much heartbroken about the way her relationship with Common ended and how quickly public perception of him has changed since he got with Jennifer. It's like everyone and their mama is rooting for the couple and waiting for Common to pop the question, all while forgetting the way he moved when he was with Tiffany and the other women before her. Common has a way of getting whomever is hot at the time, and Tiffany's career was still popping when they met in 2018. He first met her at an Oscars event when he was hosting, and then later decided to shoot his shot.
Tiffany shut me down on live TV.
I ain't shut you down. I'm just saying you gotta work for it, but that's all. You can't just have it.
You quickly, I didn't even get to say nothing. You told me you got your eyes on something else.
Okay, give us your best line, Common.
Yo, she is a princess, she a queen, and I just want to be able to explore and learn everything she needs so I can give her everything she wants as a princess.
But Tiffany wasn't really checking for him and dismissed any interest that he had in her until they shot a movie together in 2019. She was the lead in the film The Kitchen while Common played her love interest. And you know what they say, if the chemistry is good on camera, then it's even better when no one's looking. Okay. I mean, Common really put in work to get Tiffany. He was buying flowers, taking her on dates, really giving her all of the signs that he was serious and looking to settle down.
She's a wonderful woman, a queen, and just a beautiful person, man. I just care for her a lot, enjoy her, and I'm grateful to have her in my life. So, yeah, I'm happy.
But when they finally became an item, Tiffany was very excited and happy about the relationship. You could tell, you could see it all over her face. She felt like she had finally found the one. But what she didn't know was that Common was using all that therapy speech he knew to really get her to trust and depend on him. I mean, he had helped shave her head, gave her feedback on her jokes, and communicated with her whenever they had an issue. Common was the first celebrity she had ever messed with, and she often said that the relationship was the healthiest that she had ever been in. And honestly, Common also looked really happy with the way that things were going.
Like, she is a really incredible human being. And, you know, the more I get to know her, I just see how dynamic she is as a person, how intelligent, how selfless she is.
Tiffany was so enthralled with the relationship that she said that she was open to a proposal from him and that he should pop the question by gifting her an apartment. She was ready to settle down. And from the things that Common had to say to and about her whenever he went on interviews, Tiffany thought that they were on the same page about that.
He was just persistent. He was persistent. Like, I love his art, what he does, but he wasn't not necessarily all the way my type. But he grew on me.
He grew on you? Okay.
He showed me himself. Even if he can't tell if something is a joke or not, he asked.
He'll just be like, are you kidding?
Are you serious? I can't tell. Let me know. Like, and we have real conversations about things, and I don't feel like, you know how sometimes you be in a relationship with a dude and you're like afraid to talk to him about a certain thing because you don't know how is he gonna blow up and start screaming and yelling, or is he gonna think you're doing something you ain't got no business, when it's like a genuine concern for you. But with him, like, I'll bring up something that's a genuine concern for me, and he's like, all right, let's pause. Let me think about that for a second. Then he expresses how he feels.
But Common evolved out of the relationship, and he gave the typical excuse of busy schedules and all of that, and claimed that the breakup was mutual.
I come to the understanding and we came to the understanding it was a mutual thing, essentially, that we came to the understanding that, like, this is what's gonna be best, like, for us to still continue to love each other and be there for each other, is to not be in a romantic relationship, because we won't be able to get to that.
But Tiffany wasn't having none of that, and basically said that he was lying because there was nothing mutual about their breakup. Tiffany was sitting at home, thinking of her man and waiting for that rock when he called and said that he was done, and then ran to the media to act like he was some stand-up guy. She also added that it was more him saying, I think the relationship has run its course. And I was like, okay, like, you gonna be a 50-year-old single man? Okay. There were no warning signs that he was unhappy and wanted out of the relationship. He didn't say anything, but he could have given her the courtesy of meeting up with her in person to say that he wants out. Tiffany felt that he'd started backing away after she said she wanted to adopt children, but Common never said that it was something that he didn't want. Common also didn't tell her that he was going to be taking the breakup to the press, and she had to find out about it when her publicist reached out and asked what was going on. He ended up telling the press a completely different story from the things that he said to her, and that definitely rubbed our girl the wrong way. But this is a movie that we've seen before. Common is afraid of commitment. Common has dated some of the most popular women in the industry: Erykah Badu, Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Angela Rye, and all of the relationships crashed and burned right when they started getting serious. Common always dips out on his women when they are about ready to settle, and child, even Common accepts that he has a problem.
But to be honest, the pattern I found myself in, and what was called love addiction, who my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and it's that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that feeling.
He admitted that once the initial fireworks were over with his previous relationships, that he would just dip. Common also specified that he was addicted to love and not intercourse, and that he was usually solely obsessed with the pursuit in early stages of a relationship, and eventually gets bored and drops everything. It's honestly a miracle that he's still going at it with Jennifer Hudson.
All due respect to all the women I've dated, you know, because it's all love, but this is a really healthy and beautiful relationship, bro. And like, I'm just doing my best to keep God first and communicating, taking all the stuff I've learned as a human being, the failures I've had in relationships, on my responsibility. I'm taking that, learning from that, growing from it, using all the therapy, all the you know, understanding that, man, let me enjoy moments. And also, this life is about but creating happiness and creating joy and creating love and like embracing the grace that exists. So this is somebody, you know, and it's something, man. I mean, if I'm going to get married, it's to her.
Wow.
That's simple as that.
And I see Pete Rock smiling every time you talk about her. He's smiling like he might know something that we don't know.
No,
I see him smiling.
I don't know nothing. I just like it. I like to see them. You know what I'm saying? Together, it makes me feel good.
And this has put Tiffany all the way in her feelings. Right from the start, Tiffany had that little voice in her head telling her not to go through with it, and Common wasn't the right man for her. But the way he loved, bombed, and pursued her, she pushed her intuition to the side. And now people are saying that he's trying to string Jennifer along, saying that she's the best thing that ever happened to him and that he's ready to settle down. And these were the same things that he was saying to Tiffany to get her to trust him. She even shaded Common with cryptic posts about men settling down when they are already nursing home candidates. And it looks like Common is really going to be one of those men that marries just to get an in-house nurse, because he said himself that he only likes the experience and the feeling of being in love without actually putting in the work for the commitment. And trust me when I tell you, the internet believes that this ship is doomed to sink. Let's hope that J Hud has a vest and lifeboat. His name is Common for a reason, because it's common for him to move from an ex to the next. Common is the male version of Jennifer Lopez. Always have to be in a relationship and can never be single. I think he only continued pursuing Tiffany because she rejected him and his ego couldn't take that. Once he got her, it wasn't exciting anymore. But what do y'all think about the way Common treated Tiffany? And be honest, do you think that he's really gonna settle down with Jennifer Hudson? Sound off in the comments, make sure you like and subscribe, and baby, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.